Ollie got a call out to one of the more suburban type neighborhoods where everybody had garages. And he got a call because some things have been getting stolen from the garages. The call actually came from the president of the neighborhood association. So the police hadn't really been interested in trying to solve the case. They'd come to everybody that had stuff stolen out of the garage, and they'd taken a police report, but they hadn't done any investigation. So the community decided to take it in their own hands and hire a private investigator. And here's what they told him. They said, well, Ollie, here's the thing. We got a lot of people, just about everybody has a garage out here, and someone's been getting in there and taking people's tools. Usually not the big tools, not the chop saws or the shop vacs, but, a large backpack's worth of tools. So we think they're on foot. We don't think that they're backing up a pickup truck and loading everything in, because, they don't take the big stuff and they don't take a huge amount of stuff. But they take a lot, and they know what they're looking for. And they know what they're looking for, because they take the most expensive stuff. I said, all right. Is there anything else been going on? I said, well, let's see. Well, we've had some utility work going on. Some of the poles are getting replaced, and in some places they're going to bury the power lines. So some of that going on, and there's been some workmen around because of that. Let's see. They're also renovating the old McCready's house. The McCready's passed away a few years ago, and the house finally sold, and the people that are moving in there are renovating that. So that's going on, and then just a family named McCready. It's not important. And what else? Well, we're coming up on the community association elections, but I don't think that would affect much. I guess some of the kids are out of school. Well, pretty much everyone's out of school now, I guess. I'm trying to think what else is going on. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet, other than the garage thefts. I said, all right, well, let me talk to you. Are you among them? Are you somebody that got your stuff stolen from the garage? I said, no, thankfully not me yet. I've got some good stuff in my garage, and I've added some locks and stuff, but no, not me yet. But I can put you in contact with the people that have. I said, that'd be great. I'd like to go and visit. So that afternoon, Ollie had gotten some names and some telephone numbers and some addresses of some folks that had gotten stuff stolen from their garage when he came around visiting. And all of them were pretty similar. I had a garage at the end of the driveway, facing out to the street. And it wasn't, for the most part, they weren't, like really hidden garages. Somebody in there would be noticed if they were sneaking around. One guy in particular said, and here's the thing, I was up late last night, not last night, but the night before it happened. I was up late in the garage working with my tools. I was probably in there till 3, 4 in the morning. Kind of a night owl that way. And so I know they didn't even come at night. They must have come during the day sometime. Or, maybe sometime between 4 a.m. and daytime, I guess. But, that was weird. I said, well, does anything else happen out of the ordinary? I said, no, the only thing else that's been going on that I've noticed is that there's the utility work. I said, you mentioned that, utility work. Has that been disruptive over here? I said, no, we, the power went out for like a couple hours, but they warned us ahead of time, and they had to send somebody around to check people's meters and boxes and stuff. But, nothing big. I said, okay. And talked to the next person. This lady said, I use the tools a lot. I get up pretty early. I'm up at probably 6 o'clock a.m. and, I like to come out here and do some woodworking, that kind of a thing. Nothing major, just some hobby stuff. So, I mean, I guess they could have come late at night, like 2 in the morning or something, and I wouldn't have noticed them, but yeah, I don't know. I said, what about other things that have been going on? And she similarly said, yeah, it's been pretty quiet. I had some tree trimming done, and then, well, then of course the utility work that's kind of affecting everybody. They had the inspectors out, and they had the power out. I said, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Did they leave, the inspectors or whoever, did they leave like a business card so I can get in contact with them? She said, no, the inspector didn't, but they came to the community association meeting here. I should have it, here, come on inside. I should have it in my drawer here. It wasn't that long ago, and they gave everybody, the people from the power company gave everybody cards in case we had questions. I said, great. So eventually she found the card and she gave it over to him. And the other interviews went kind of like that. So I decided to look, the only thing that he could think of is that it was somebody taking advantage of the power work, the utility work. So he called up the number on the card, and it was a guy named Jeff. He was listed as a project supervisor. He said, yes, hello. I said, hi, yes, I'm Ollie the Octopus. I'm a private eye looking into some garage thefts in the area. I said, oh, well, I don't know anything about that. I just work for the power company. I said, yeah, no, that's why I'm calling. I wanted to get a better sense of what the work is, because I think somebody's finding a way to take advantage of it to break into these people's garages and steal tools. Oh, man, that's terrible. Yeah, I'll help wherever I can. Don't want to have that sort of thing going on. I'd be furious if someone messed with my tools. I said, yeah. So there's been some power outages. Oh, yeah, there's been just 2 so far. We'll probably need to do 2, maybe 3 more. They only last for about an hour, though, because it's really just a question of moving some of the transformers from a new pole to an old pole, or from a pole down into a pit for the places that we're burying it. So it's it doesn't take very long. We do all the prep work and then we move the box. I said, right. And what about the inspections? I said, inspections? I said, yeah, everyone's saying that there's been an inspector coming around to check their service, their box, or their meter. It's a little unclear to me. I said, no, we don't have any reason to check people's meters and boxes. We're not really touching anything from the pole to the houses. I'll check, but I don't think we have an inspector checking out people's houses. I said, really? I said, yeah, hold on, let me, hold on a second. I got my shift supervisor is just outside. I can hear him. Let me bring him in and ask him. And you hear him yelling, Chet, come in here for a second. Got a question for you. I said, Chet, do you have anybody out there doing inspections on people's services, their boxes or their meters? Chet said, inspections? No, I wouldn't have any reason to do No, I don't. No, none of my guys are doing inspections. No, not at all. No, none. Not from us. I said, yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. So Mr. Octopus said, oh, no, you can call me Ollie. Sure, Ollie. Listen, we don't have any inspectors working on this job. Let me give you the number of the main just general inspector people. Maybe they're doing some inspections at the same line. I can give you the supervisor there. If they're just checking the area, they do that sometimes. But they would have told me, though, if they were doing inspections in this area, just as a courtesy. But anyway, here's his number and his name, and you can give him a call. I said, all right, thanks. Yeah, call me if there's anything else I can do for you. Good luck. So then Ollie called up the inspection supervisor. I said, oh, inspections. Yeah, let me look at my schedule. 1 second. And okay, what are the cross streets that we're looking at? And Ollie gave him the cross streets. No, we'll have some inspections coming up. There's a house that's applied for an electrical permit. Looks like it's under construction or renovation or something. But for general inspections on the area, no. No, I don't have anything. Yeah, no, there's nobody working up inspections for us there. Yeah, no, we're not scheduled to inspect there for a couple of years. I said, huh. So then I went back to the president of the community association. He said, hey, so I've got a theory, but I think we need a bait garage to really test it. Like I said, a bait garage? What's a bait garage? I said, we need to make a garage look really tempting. And then I'm going to sit in a dark corner of that garage and wait for somebody to come. See if I can catch them in the act. I said, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, mine hasn't been hit yet. You're sure you can stop the thief if you catch him? I said, oh, yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. I'm pretty good at that kind of a thing. And I can have a personal alarm that I can set off too, so that you can know to come running. We're talking about using your garage, right? Like I said, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So how do we make it a big garage? I said, well, you got to plan some projects. I need you to spend a whole day bringing tools in and out of there, just making a big show. Don't make it look like you're putting on a big show, but really make it obvious that you've got tools and good tools in there. Spend a whole day if you can. If the car's moved out of the way so everybody can see the tools. And be doing stuff in there, running saws and blowers and whatever else you got. And then just roll the gate down and head on to bed, and I'll start the stakeout. I said, okay. Yeah, I've got some stuff. Yeah, I have some projects I've been meaning to get to. How about this Saturday? I said, perfect. So that Saturday, Ollie went over there and decided to just help out with the projects. Why not? It was kind of fun. They were building some racks, like some garden racks and things like that. So they were using grinders and drill presses and hand drills and battery drills and all sorts of good fancy tools, routers. It was a long, fun, hard day's work. Not the sort of thing Ollie gets to do very often. And he was enjoying the company of the community association guy. And as I finished up, I said, all right, well, so you're just going to, hang out in here all night? I said, yeah, all night and into the morning. We'll see what we see. So Ollie waited. I waited. And a lot of people it would drive him nuts, but Ollie doesn't mind some quiet time with his thoughts. So he sat there all night long and nothing happened. Till the morning came. At about 7 a.m., Ollie heard footsteps. And then Ollie heard a rustling. Well, more of a jingling. And the garage door slowly, quietly came open. Standing there was not the community association president, but rather a young woman. She had on a hard hat and blue jeans and a nondescript t-shirt, a yellow reflective coat. She had a backpack and a clipboard and a radio on her belt and a flashlight. And she came in and she started looking around with her flashlight. And she started taking some tools, the fanciest tools, and setting them aside. And I thought, what's going on here? And on the back of the reflective vest even was the power company's name. Ollie decided that was time to make his move, so he emerged from out of the shadows and said, "Hey, what's going on here?" And the young woman jumped a little bit. "Oh, sorry, sir, I didn't see you there. I'm looking for your meter. I need to check the meter in the box for compatibility with the new work that's going on." I said, "Oh, okay. The box is behind you there to the right." She said, "Ah, great, thank you." She started looking at the box. Flashlight on it, kind of opening it up. And I said, "But here's the thing. I talked to the supervisor of the work over there, and he isn't ordering any inspections." She said, "Oh, yeah, no, it's not necessarily connected to them. I'm here from the central." And I said, "Yeah, that's the thing. I talked to Central too. So, and they're not sending inspectors out to this area, other than to that house under construction. Ma'am, I'm going to need to see some ID." She said, "Oh, yeah, it's back in the truck. I can grab that for you." I said, No, I don't think you can. I think you're going to need to get on that radio and call your supervisor, and I'll go ahead and call the inspection supervisor too. And maybe we'll be ringing the same phone." She said, "Oh, this radio doesn't go back to Central. It's just part of the tools. During some later stuff that I'll be doing today, I might need the radio, but it's just kind of extra right now." I said, "You seem like a bit young to be a garage thief." She said, Whoa, sir. I don't know where you get off accusing me of being a thief." Oh, I said, "Well, that's exactly what you are. I know exactly what you're doing. You're in here with your vest and your clipboard." And I grabbed the clipboard. It had a whole lot of nothing on it. Just a big sheaf of blank pages. She said, "Hey, give me that back." Oh, I said, No. Jig's up." I pressed the garage door closer, and the garage door closed. And he pulled his personal alarm thing, and it started screeching. In came the president of the community association. He had the police on the line. She said, "What's going on here? You can't. And she started diving, running for the garage door, and she tried to dive underneath the garage door, but Ollie grabbed her by the ankles. And she went down, but she didn't hit her head or anything. She just kind of landed on her shoulder. She said, let me go. You're interrupting me in my duties." But, of course, it was all a ploy. The gig was up. The police came, and they arrested her. And when they went back to her house, which they found on her ID and her wallet, there she had a bunch of tools. She'd sold some of them, was working on selling the rest. Still had a bunch sitting in the house. The president of the community association said, "Ollie, thank you for busting our thief." I said, "Yeah, it's a classic trick. You put on a reflecting vest and carry around a clipboard, and you'd be surprised. Where people will let you in. They won't even notice you." And that is the story, the case of Ollie and the garage thefts.